Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the show that's on in the afternoon. I am joined with the world famous, incredible, superhuman, I love her to death. This is Kate Batzel, everybody.
Hi, superhuman and world famous.
Yeah, I know. You're getting like a longer.
Queen of the world. It's
yeah,
fine.
right? I love this.
How are you?
Good.
Fantastical.
How was your 4th of July?
It was swelteringly warm, but very lovely and patriotic and all of that.
Sounds Florida. Yeah.
It was very Florida. It was a very Florida 4th of July.
Did you see fireworks?
We saw them. We didn't go specifically to seek them out, but we saw them
in the
around
atmosphere.
us.
Yeah, I'm not a firework person because I'm more of an animal person, so I'm always cognizant.
I don't mind the fireworks.
Yeah?
Our dog has never cared. Apparently, we were not at home. We were in the Keys for 4th of July. And
excuse me.
Our dog was being watched by my husband's cousin, and so
Cousin Carmen, I gotta give him a shout out. Amazing human being.
And he said that our dog Walter was not having it with the fireworks, but he's never had.
Was he shaky
issue.
McShaky or?
I guess he was just like burrowing in.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they do. They kind of cocoon themselves.
So,
yeah.
But he's never cared before, so I don't know if it was just because we weren't home and he was just feeling out of sorts or what. But yeah, he's a fancy.
Well, you brought an extraordinary guest to studio.
I did.
I'm really excited to jump into this.
I brought a friend.
A fancy friend.
I know.
I'm very excited to talk to Arian Buhler, coming up, a big designer from the music industry, and got an extraordinary story, and a little St. Augustine High School tied in there too.
He's my famous, unfamous friend.
I love this. I love this. You are a connector of that for sure. But before we get into that interview, we got to give some shout outs to people that help us make this show possible. Like our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. They've kicked off their 76th year, Kate, serving St. Augustine and Northeast Florida. For 3 generations, their team and dealership have grown to meet the needs of this great community. The Bozard campus on the I-95 and State Road 16 exit has an incredible inventory from Ford and Lincoln's, along with great selection of pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models in the area. The state-of-the-art service departments, they have a quick lane for express service and parts and accessory shops to take care of all your needs during the time you own your vehicle. And no visit to Bozard is complete without a stop at the world famous Ford's Garage. You got to get one of those 904 Now burgers.
Good.
When's the last time you had my burger?
I don't get to the...
Rude.
I will tell you though, when we have a Ford truck, we take it to Bozard to get it serviced.
Good.
And we will go to the restaurant when we are there because it's right there. It means so convenient.
I want at least one 904 Now burger on that tab, and then please prove it with a receipt.
I will give you a receipt.
I gotta make sure we stay on the
bring the
menu.
receipts.
I'm not at the table if I'm not on that menu, so I'm just saying. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they're incredible. They take care of our community. They are driven to inspire. And speaking about inspiring, we have the Bailey Group in St. Augustine's heart. The Bailey Group plays its part. A cherished institution, a gem from the start. Mark, as president, took the reins. A trusted relay transformed an agency into a face of St. Augustine display. More than insurance, benefits, and financial grace, the Bailey Group innovates, serving every place. Personalized service with a local touch. Their commitment shines. It means so much. Largest in Northeast Florida, a well-earned claim. They're not slowing down. They're rising to fame. Beyond benefits to families, they extend health and finance across the state. They defend a health promotion team, a tale to unfold, creating wellness stories, turning silver to gold. Feeling inspired, full of zest, Kate, dial 904-461-1800. Put their expertise to the test. We love you guys over at the Bailey Group.
Oh my goodness, take a breath.
I know, wasn't that great?
Dr. Seuss asked for sure.
When Pete's out of town, I like to rhyme the ads, and he always rolls his eyes. I can feel him on the plane right now, really,
oh my gosh,
very extra.
seriously?
I know. But you want to talk about being extra? You got to meet our friends over at Alace Med Spa.
I love that place.
They specialize in providing their clients with a range of luxury spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with Botox, derma fillers, or laser treatments, their expert staff will work with you to develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. Kate, they are beauty on your terms. This is the place that will save your face with their state-of-the-art facility that features the the latest technology, equipment that will receive the highest quality of care and most effective results possible. The relaxing and inviting atmosphere will leave you feeling refreshed and revitalized. Visit Elase Med Spa for more.
I love that place.
Yeah, they're amazing people.
I looked like a new baby when I came out of there.
Dude, they have the Toto toilets. Did you get to see that?
No.
They're incredible. Okay, so it's like the toilet, like you walk in the room and like everything opens up, and then there's like aromatherapy, then there's like a little massage on the back. Like, it's a moment, child.
That's amazing.
I know. I'm wondering if they have like appointments just so I can just use the restroom. Like, that would be fun. It's like a casino in there, right?
Like, I just need to come in here for 5 minutes.
Well, without further ado, we have a very special guest to introduce.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Arian, welcome to the studio.
Thanks. Yeah.
Extraordinary story. I'm excited to get dive into this. Talk a little bit about your connection with our famous St. Augustine city.
So, yeah, I moved here in 87-ish.
Okay.
When I was 12
Back
and a half,
before
13.
the internet. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So I've been here a long time. Off and on. I mean, I left.
Yeah.
Went to high school and sort of left and came back. But yeah, I've been here since 87. And yeah, so went to St. Augustine High School and, started with, art, doing sort of graphic design in school, but not fully, just
But
sort of
extraordinary
learning.
story nonetheless. Like, I mean, you were always kind of connected, and a lot of people know you for creating designs for the Marleys, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how you kind of shattered that glass ceiling within your career.
Yes.
What I'm interested in is getting to that point where how your journey kind of inspired your art. Like, were you always in tune with that kind of culture growing up?
Well, I did before St. Augustine. I lived in Jamaica. I moved to Jamaica with my mom and my twin brother when we were kids, like 10 years old. And so
we're not talking Sandals Resort though, Jamaica. We're talking like
we're talking about like up in the mountains,
Blue Mountain, something where like real coffee beans are made or something, right?
Yes, yeah. So up in the mountains, no running water, no electricity.
God bless.
For close to 3 years. I did that with, like I said, with my mom and my twin brother, and total like culture shock. Before that, I lived in New Jersey, and so
did Bruce Springsteen.
That's true. Yeah, actually I've seen him a bunch when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah, because we lived in the same area.
Oh, you guys, that's awesome.
Bon Jovi.
Did you ever understand what they said when you were walking down the street? Because they're so mumbly.
Yeah.
So
just kidding.
So from New Jersey to living with a Rasta community in Jamaica.
Right?
Yes, with no running water, no electricity. It was total like
very survivor.
Culture shock.
Do you remember your
of.
first day?
I do.
Oh my goodness.
We got there. It was sort of flew in the afternoon. And by the time we'd made it up we had everything that we owned basically because we were living there. It wasn't like a vacation. It was like, we're moving here. So I had like a backpack with all my belongings.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the way up, it's getting dark. We're walking up this, like it's 4 miles it was 4 miles outside of town where we're moving to, like up in the mountains. And so we're walking and it's getting dark and this guy comes out of the bushes, can't see him.
Oh my goodness.
And he says like, what are you guys doing? Kind of like introduces himself, but he's like, what are you guys doing here? And so he's like, we told him we were going up to James's. That's the Rasta I live with.
Mm.
And he's like, oh, I know him. I'll help you up there. So we get up, he takes us up there. And by this time it's fully dark. I'm 10 years old.
Are your eyes just like, what is going on?
Yeah,
right
I had
now?
no idea what was happening.
Live?
And it's the place that we stayed with this guy James for a little while we built a little house. But the place that it was like maybe 15 feet by 10 feet. That's his house.
Whoa!
And it's a hut.
A hut.
Yeah,
Bamboo,
basically corrugated metal roof,
bamboo hut with dirt floors.
Oh wow!
And I remember. Then the first night there was rats running along the rafters above my head.
Beautiful.
And so it was
it's like New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey's a garden state, so I'm thinking the dirt
Not
maybe.
New Jersey anymore.
So that was that. And then, but that really exposed me to all kinds of different, just a completely different lifestyle.
Did you like it right away, or did you have to like grow into the experience to appreciate it?
At first, I was totally freaked out.
Yeah, I believe that. I'm like nervous for you.
Kind of living off the land.
I know.
But
Think your mom's like, no big deal. Let's get
But then I started to grow into it and like it, and then after, reflecting back on it when I into my later teens and early 20s, like I loved it. It was a huge sort of very developmental part of my life. Like it really affected who I was.
Did it humble you, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, when I moved to St. Augustine, I didn't want anybody to even know that was part of my history, like my past. Like I just wanted to be like a normal kid.
You didn't want everybody to know that you were nomadic prior to this.
Yeah.
Because he lived in a sailboat for a while as well. So
I did, yes.
Yeah.
What an adventure.
Very adventurous. So
you're basically retired now.
Yeah. My mom was retired at 25.
God bless. That's what a life.
Yeah.
It just every day was just like something. What was it like waking up in Jamaica?
It was cool. Like,
was it the most beautiful sunrise you've ever seen? Was it just like, because nature is all surrounding you? Was it just a calming presence to your life?
Yes and no. I mean, depending on, at that age, it was hard to sort of, really appreciate it as much as I think, I would have if I was a little bit older. So, but yeah, there was, like I said, reflecting back on it, yes. But when I was waking up there, like as a 11-year-old kid, it was cool. Yeah. But it was also like, I'm not sure I get it.
Yeah. Can I just live in a cul-de-sac in New Jersey?
Can I just have air conditioning? Oh my goodness.
Well, good news for all the parents that take their children on trips and take them to places that the kids are like, why are we going there?
Yeah.
Someday they'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So fast forward. So you're what? You lived there for 3 years. So from 10 to 13.
Yes.
And then one day you woke up, you're like, I'm done. I need to go back to the States. What was that journey like?
Yeah. I mean, I just decided, like, both me and my brother, more so myself, was like, I'm not into it anymore. Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Just burn out from it?
Yeah. We were, like I said, up in the middle of nowhere. I have an identical twin brother. So we were already kind of, the
odd men out kind of thing.
Yeah, completely. And so people didn't know what to think of us in Jamaica, you know, like the locals and stuff. And so I had gotten to the point where I was like, I just don't want to do this, kind of live this life anymore. So I wanted to kind of get out of there. So I basically talked my mom into like moving us out of Jamaica.
Was that an easy conversation with her or no?
No. Most conversations weren't easy.
Did she have this vision of you guys being there forever?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
So she wanted to stay there forever. And I was like,
There's so much more. Yeah. You miss pizza. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Or like video games or, I don't know, a toilet.
God bless, right? The things that we take for granted, right?
I love some toilet paper in my life.
Absolutely. Instead of using a leaf. But yeah, like your food palette must have changed though too.
Totally. Yes.
So like when you moved back here, were you still like on that Jamaican vibe, or were you like, let me just get into some, Zaxby's, some, like...
No, I was definitely still in the Jamaica thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, the food there is amazing.
Yes.
And the music there is amazing. Yeah. And the climate, all of that, like I said, reflecting back on it as I got a little older, I was like, I probably would have stayed there longer, but at that age, I just didn't quite get it. You know, like I wanted to be around friends and stuff like that.
Could the friends like pick it out that you were from like a different culture? When you first got back here, like were you like all Rasta?
No, I always steered away from that. Like I said, I didn't want people to.
You didn't have like a pucha necklace and like No,
I didn't want anybody to have any clue. And even as I got older, I loved the culture and the music and have a lot of respect for the Rastafarian lifestyle and that massively, really. But it was never for me. Like if I was going to do that, I was going to have to do it fully in my mind. That's so if I was going to be a Rasta, I was like, I'm going to go live out in the jungle and I'm going to, live the way I kind of grew up. And so I didn't want that for myself.
It's a commitment
here. Yeah. So I was never, a little bit. I would wear a Bob Marley shirt here and there and stuff like that. Yeah, but it took me a few years to sort of
appreciate it.
Yeah. And to also be comfortable with people knowing that I had that in my in your repertoire.
You're like, I used to live with a bunch of Rastafarians in the woods.
But how has your art evolved? Did Jamaica have any influence to that?
Yes, a lot actually. I mean, so St. Augustine High School, I didn't, like I said, at that time, I didn't want anything to, anybody to know about any of that stuff. So I just was always able to draw. So I was like, well, I'll just take some art classes and And so that the Jamaica experience didn't come into play quite, yet until after high school and I was doing graphic design here, freelance.
Okay.
In St. Augustine. And I got to work with some great people here doing some tourist stuff, like Tour St. Augustine. I did the first ghost tour thing for them. And I had a great time working with them, and I had a lot of fun with that. And
how did you fall into graphic design? Is that something that was like, there was somebody in your family that kind of influenced you, or did you
my mom was always good at art.
Yeah.
And I always loved to draw and stuff. So I was like, well, I could do some job that I'm not interested in and make money at it, or I could try to turn my love for drawing and designing into a career.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to do fine art or something, which I knew was just probably not a reality.
Have you ever dabbled in it though?
Not really.
Yeah.
No. So I just figured, well, if I can try to make money doing design in some aspect, then I'm going to try to do that.
Like what influences in your digital media do you like kind of get your fire going?
You mean like
art?
What's
your muse?
It changes.
Okay.
Like I'm inspired by all kinds of different art, throughout the years too.
Nice,
I like to study all kinds of different designers and artists and periods, so I'm interested in, depends on the project that I'm working on.
Banksy is one of my all-time favorite.
Yeah, Banksy's great.
Amazing.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that stuff, and then there's, like Andy Warhol and Liechtenstein, and
God bless Andy,
so there's a lot of stuff that Keith Haring, so it depends on the project that I'm working on, and then a lot of older European artists, and so I find influence from a lot of different things.
True.
So
do you find emotional value within the artwork that you kind of give? Like sometimes it's like a therapeutic moment. For me as an artist growing up, I was a graffiti artist, so I loved getting my emotions out on canvas. Yeah. Whether it made sense, if you didn't see the flower or whatever, it was just so emotional to me, and I was so connected to that. Do you have that same connection with digital art?
Not really.
Okay.
I haven't really had much of that in my, I do some art for that, but I do that more with like sports or surfing or something.
Love it.
I get that more out through that, like being in the ocean.
Yeah.
And then the art thing is more, at this point, it's like a job,
Career, yeah.
It is your job.
It is a job, right? So,
well, and also you're doing a lot of marketing art, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's aspects of that.
Yeah.
What's really interesting though is his artwork hangs in my home. I have 3 of his pieces that are hanging on the wall in my house right now. And it evokes emotion for me.
I love that. Good.
But it's still graphic design. It's still graphic art, which is, I collect different fine artists or whatever. But like the Grease Monkey is my favorite piece that's in my house.
Cool.
And
that's nice to know.
And I don't know what it is. The design of it is so just visceral and cool, and it's unlike any of your other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a really neat piece. And nice. But it's funny that you're like, I don't really get any. I look at that and I just I
love that though,
connect with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's
That's
such
cool.
a bizarre thing to connect with, but I do love it.
I'm proud of some of the things that I've done.
Of course,
but I don't have an emotional release or something while I'm doing the art. For the most part, it's mostly just some of the stuff I've done, I don't even want to ever look at again. I'm like, oh, that's not proud of that one. But a lot of them, I can look back and feel good about them.
But you've done some epic designs. We're talking Rolling Stones, we're talking Guns N' Roses, we're talking Pearl Jam. Each one of those bands are a different aesthetic, right?
They are, yeah.
How do you approach designing for a band like them?
It depends, like someone like the Guns N' Roses. Just even the name alone, you can kind of start to visualize,
A gun with roses, vines going
right.
It's indicative of a certain style.
It automatically has sort of cool things to pull from immediately, right? And then the Rolling Stones, their iconic logo, it's probably the most iconic rock and roll logo of all time.
Yeah.
So working on a project for them, that's where you go with that. And when you're working with the team, like a team, we get together and talk about direction and idea. And so, but it almost, for the Rolling Stones, it almost always comes down to that logo.
Yeah.
And trying to reinvent that logo in some way to fit the venue or the area or the city that they're going to be performing at.
Could it ever be like an album, like a specific aesthetic to the album?
It can be, depending on, well, for Guns N' Roses, a lot. Like Appetite for Destruction almost is one that the fans really connect with.
Yeah.
100%.
So, you can tend to go towards that one a lot because when you're designing that stuff too, you want the people in the city to connect with it, right? And you also want
the fan base.
Yeah, the fan base. So you want to combine the two. It can be.
The fans can be brutal,
yeah,
right?
They can, yeah.
Well, and especially there's a lot of it. Like GNR has like a hardcore fan base.
Major, yeah.
So yeah, that's
Shout out
trying to make everybody happy is really hard. And you also have like that marketing aspect of it where it's like, this is what we're putting out for this tour or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, that's like,
it's
a lot.
How do you deal with constructive criticism then? Like, does that ever piss you off or no? No, you like it?
I mean, every now and again it'll piss me off.
Because you're like, oh, I think I got it, boom. And you're like, can you make this blue? And you're like, dang it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it'll piss me off, but most of the time I'm very open to criticism, especially when
you want to get it right. Yeah.
I do. And, that's my job is to make sure that the client's happy and also, do sort of bring the best thing, to the market that I can. So I'm always open to that, especially when I was younger, like, because I always wanted to do better. So if I can listen to somebody, even if maybe they don't have much experience, but if they have a good idea, that's sort of I'm open to it.
Yeah.
So,
you obviously research the band before you start designing, or do you just?
I research the band, and then I mean a lot of stuff I do is poster stuff. So it's and we do it city specific. So I research the band, and then I also research the area.
Smart. Okay.
So and I research the area pretty heavily. So then I can, like I was saying, like I can connect the dots with the fan base, also with the city, and these cities are all over the world. So I kind of like research whatever city it's in, if it's in Europe or if it's in Japan or wherever.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of that's. I think that's been part of my success is to be able to do a lot of homework and then try to bring that into the piece.
So you're marrying the two brands together, the city and the band itself. But talk about like the first experience. What was that one that shattered the glass ceiling? Like, okay, I'm in this game now. Let's go.
Yeah, it was probably Rolling Stones.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Bob Marley
stuff. Did you get to meet Mick?
No.
Oh man,
I never met him. But I met Charlie Watts, the drummer,
cool.
and I met Keith Richards.
Nice.
And
how was Keith?
They were all super nice.
Super chill, yeah.
I mean, I met him backstage quickly, so it wasn't like we were, out
having a sandwich or something.
Yeah, I wasn't like hanging out at their house or anything. But so that was surreal.
Absolutely,
and cool.
Right? Do you get like things? Do you get your artwork signed by them as like the first copy or something?
I haven't. No.
Let's do this.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Because then I would have to bring a poster, and I'd be like,
you want to sign like it? Boy Scout.
So I feel like that. I didn't ever want to sort of.
Meanwhile, you and I would be there. We'd be like, would you please sign this? And can you please sign her like right arm? Yeah.
But Rolling Stones probably was the first thing that I realized, like, all right, I can, there's this is going to maybe lead to something, more. And so, I mean, all the Marley stuff was great too, but that was more like a legend kind of thing. I mean, not that the Rolling Stones aren't, but they're still current, in a way. They're still touring and doing those things.
Yeah.
Bob Marley had passed away a long time ago, and so that was a big sort of catalyst. But to sort of get to the Stones or someone current,
was that sensitive for the Marley family to take on a project like that? Was that a hard project to do?
No.
Okay. No. Cool.
It was. Like I said, I had that Jamaica connection, and the Rastafarian connection.
Okay.
Big time. Since I understood the whole world better than most people just because of my childhood,
right?
I was able to really make a connection there, and it put a lot of my own sort of understanding of it all into it. And so it wasn't just like a lame Bob Marley design or something.
Right.
No,
it was like with respect.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that had a lot to do with it. And then, like I said, then that sort of brought me to the Rolling Stones and to Guns N' Roses, and and so
it's amazing. I'm scrolling through your Instagram right now. Like, how many of these iconic images are yours? Like, I think people would be really surprised if they go onto your Instagram, like, oh my God, I have that shirt. Like,
Right. When you told me and I started research, I was geeking out on all of the things that you've done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to interview this human being.
There are so many iconic images, not even just of tours, but just of, designs that you've done that people would be like, I have that. Like, I've never,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people wearing some of that stuff.
You're very much the unsung hero of the music industry.
But like, what can we look in locally? Have you done, you said Tour St. Augustine, I believe was one, but what else have you done locally?
I haven't done anything locally for a long time.
Do you want to? Because I'm sure we can make that happen.
I kind of do. I mean, like I said, the Tour St. Augustine thing started, and I did some stuff for that, and then I did some stuff for O.C. White's back,
I like it.
Back long time ago. So it was like, I started with that tourist stuff. I went to high school here, and then did some of that stuff, and I got failed out of art school here in St. Augustine.
You what?
Yeah.
How does this happen? You're a legend. How does this happen?
My art teacher, I was kind of a punk in high school. I'm not going to take, but also
own it. This is good.
So I sort of had a bit of an attitude probably in high school, but also my art teacher we just didn't get along.
Okay.
So she decided to fail me.
Wow.
Through my entire junior year of high school.
Oh wow.
So I got Fs, and I would turn the project in, and then I would get the grade back and it'd be an F, and she would say, well, you never turned it in. And I was like, well, of course I turned it in. She'd be
Where did you write the F on? Like a napkin?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I ended up failing out of basically high school art, which was the one thing I was good at. I was good at surfing, which wasn't going to get me anywhere. And I was good at art. So how did
that make you feel? Did you like implode? Like, are you like, I'm never going to do this ever again?
No, obviously I was pissed.
Okay, good.
So I took it more to where I was like, well, I'm going to use this as a catalyst to like achieve something beyond what I thought I could do.
Yeah.
And I could have, so I took it as fuel.
Yeah.
And sort of
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, and design.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Right. And then you're like, how about these apples? Like,
exactly.
Let's look at the Rolling Stones. Boo. Yeah.
So very much the pretty woman. Oh,
what did you do?
Here?
Paint by numbers, Mrs. Whatever. Yeah.
So I definitely took that and designed out of vengeance.
That's amazing. Well, this took you all the way to the road to the Grammys. Am I saying this right?
Yeah.
You were nominated for a Grammy?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, this is amazing.
Which was bizarre.
I will say this is the first Grammy nominee. Actually, no, second in our studio. We had Leland Sklar earlier this year, who's a wonderful studio musician. I'll send you his contact. He's an awesome dude.
Okay, great.
But talk a little bit about your Grammy experience.
So, it's a weird, to be nominated for a Grammy for
art,
for visual art is uncommon.
Yeah.
But that's just because of the category. It's for like a certain category. So they'll nominate you for a Grammy for a box, like a limited edition box set.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I helped design this limited edition box set for Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
And so we designed it and got nominated.
Who were you up against?
Weird Al.
Okay.
And I can't remember who else.
Honestly. Well, you obviously remembered Weird Al.
I do, yes.
Why?
Because we lost to him.
To Weird Al.
Yeah.
I need to look up what his box set looks like.
I know. Now I want to see.
It's an accordion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually really cool.
All right, I'll give him
executive produced by the
Weird
high school
Al.
teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. It was executive produced by the high school teacher from St. Augustine. That would have been horrible. Well, wow, what a cool moment. What was the night like? What did you wear? Were you in a tux? Like, how did this happen?
I wasn't in a tux, but I had a jacket and
okay. So you played cool kid vibe on this one. Okay.
No, I wasn't. No, I wanted to go all in.
Did you go red carpet the whole night?
Yeah.
Oh wow, what's that like?
It's so weird.
Yeah?
It's surreal. Like we walked onto the red carpet, and the red carpet's divided, like where there's people that I guess haven't been nominated, and you can kind of be like a spectator.
Okay.
And then there's people that have been nominated, and you're on the red carpet, and then right next to you are all the interviewers. So as soon as we walk in, you're on the red carpet, and there's the guy from American Idol. What's his name?
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Almost said Seacrest. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay.
Which was bizarre. And then Beck was right in front of me.
Oh, Arian, how you doing today?
Yeah. And so it was just like a sea of...
Dude, Beck was behind you?
He was right in front of me.
What was he like?
I don't know. I didn't meet him.
Oh man,
people like everywhere
It's
interviewing,
bananas,
asking, like trying to get. No one's trying to get my attention.
Okay,
they're all trying to
Like,
get.
who's this guy?
Exactly. They're all trying to get Beck's attention, or you know what I mean, somebody famous.
I'd have rode those coattails all the way to the medal stand or the podium. Yeah,
there was a bunch of. It was surreal. So anyway, so you walk down this whole long red carpet area, and there's all these interviews happening, and we met Weird Al on the red carpet there, which was. He was totally cool.
Was he cool?
Yeah.
Okay,
he was
good.
totally nice.
Did you say like, "Hey, I'm your competition"?
No, but my wife did.
Oh, good.
My wife Kim did.
She's
she was
good
like,
for that. I like
yeah,
that. That's
Kim.
great.
Yeah,
Good job,
she was
Kim.
like, "Hey, I just want," she pulled Weird Al aside and said, "These are the guys that you beat." And so he was totally cool about it. So we all took a picture together, and
that's good.
It was fun. And then
he should have you design his next thing, or maybe a comeback story or something.
that would be fun.
And he did wear a very fancy suit because he wore a houndstooth jacket.
Oh, very
in true
sharp.
Arian form.
Very sharp.
It was not just some boring plain suit.
Kim's got tons of style.
Yeah, she looked amazing.
Did you get the ultimate swag bag that evening?
No.
What? Everyone's supposed to get the swag bag.
I think only the rich famous people get the swag bag.
This is unheard of. We are going to change this for all nominees out there. Listen, Grammys, Academy. Oh, that's something else.
The people who don't need Rolexes for free
Yeah.
need to get the Rolexes for free. Yeah, that sounds right.
So, Arian, name it and claim it. Is there a band out there that you would love to design for? Is there like an apple in the sky that you reach for, like a dream moment? Do you have one out there?
I mean, probably more like, not. I've worked for a lot of big bands, so I would like to do something maybe for Jack White. I'd really like to do something for Jack White.
I love that dude.
I've never done anything for him.
White Stripes. Yeah. So good. Yeah, he's a dude.
Yeah.
And like that aesthetic is going to be super dark, but still kind of like a little bit of light in there. I'm like, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So, I'd say, Jack White.
Very cool.
I think that would be a good fit for you.
You think so?
Yeah. Based on all of your artwork, that would be a really good.
How did you meet this extraordinary human being?
Actually, I met him through his wife, Kim. Okay. She and I worked at Barnes & Noble, St. Augustine Barnes & Noble together.
Oh my goodness, you were those ladies.
Yeah, that was 22 years ago-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Brian and I, my husband, we moved back to Pennsylvania for a little while, and then we moved back to St. Augustine, and we lived down the street from them, and Kim and I reconnected, and our kids were about the same age, so we used to our boys used to hang out all the time and stuff like that.
I love that.
Yeah. And
St.
then
Augustine story.
He started designing for my husband's car club. He has the Volkswagen car club. And so Arian started doing all of the designs for like the t-shirts and the posters for the shows and their different fundraisers and stuff like that.
Ancient City.
No,
what is it?
Old City.
Excuse me, Old City.
In this
oil
town, it's
drippers.
either ancient or old. So
ancient or old, right?
Old City oil drippers.
Yeah, that's a cool club.
Mm-hmm. And they do two times a year. They do fundraisers and stuff, and so he'll do different designs for them. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, Arian, thank you so much for visiting us today.
My pleasure.
Pretty extraordinary story, and so excited to learn more. And I can't wait to see him get nominated again and win.
I know, and I am going to highly recommend that everybody go onto his Instagram and check out all the stuff that he's done because.
How can they find him?
It's just Arian Buhler.
Okay,
it's at Arian Buhler, and it's Buhler Designs is the name of his company. But I think you guys will be amazed at what you'll. There's nothing on this page that people are going to be like, wait, I have that. Like there's so many iconic designs. It's amazing.
I love that, and we'll put that link in comments for everybody so they can click and research. But thank you again so much for coming in, showing up and showing out. That's a fun interview. Really, really exceptional story. I love that. That was great.
It's funny. I've heard his life story so many times, and I'm still like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy.
I know, right? I'm like, pinch me, Jamaica. That's pretty awesome.
I'm like, you were on a boat. Where? Who was your next door neighbor on the boat? Dr. Spock, the baby writer guy? Okay, great. Yeah, that sounds right. You know Bruce Springsteen? Sure. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. High five.
I'm like, but you live in when we moved back, I was like, you live in the shores in St. Augustine? I don't understand. How is this your life? I don't understand.
I love it. That is so good. Well, you know what else we love? We love Old Town Trolley. One thing that Arian did not say that Jamaica had was a trolley. So let's teach Jamaica that they can sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go. As Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history, culture, and old world charm while experiencing unforgettable views aboard their open air trolleys. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets with sights such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. The 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their tickets all day for on and off reboarding. That's the perfect way of getting around the parking situation downtown. A trolley ticket includes admission to St. Augustine History Museum and free shuttle service to many area hotels and free access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle Service. Check them out today. Go to hometownpass.com. Sign up for that nice little program for members. You can get some freebie coupons in there sometimes occasionally. So yeah, definitely hometownpass.com.
Perfect.
Hey, Kate, let's talk about something we take very seriously. Is air conditioning in the summer, right? We're not a fan of being
the number one time that your air conditioning will poop out on you.
I know. Can you imagine? I'm cheering for my unit every day. I'm like, please, boo.
I know. Ours is holding on by its last leg.
God bless. I know.
And every summer we're like, this is going to be it.
Is this it? I know. Well, I'll tell you what. You won't have to be like that anymore if you sign up for All American Air. They've been the AC heroes of St. Augustine and beyond. They're talking St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties. They're not just experts. They're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service work. They have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and rocking high-efficiency systems. From Lennox Wonders to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, they've got all your HVAC products in sight. Kate, give them a call, 904-461-0070.
Okay.
Ooh, one of our favorite hotspots. Guess what it is?
Bin 39.
Yes! Okay. With confidence and poise, shoulders back. Where's our spot?
Bin 39.
Yeah,
I do like it.
I
didn't know if that was going to be the right answer, but it is
amazing.
A fun place to hang.
I know, I really did put you on the spot there. The hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016 is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. We have taken advantage many, many, many times on this one, yes. Tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, the charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that is straight out of a dream at the north end of the St. George Street. It's not just a wine bar, it's a place where magic and perfect evening begins. Their wine collection featuring over 85 unique gems, actually probably 80 because I had 5 over the weekend, is a journey of the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers, some so rare that you can't believe they're available by the glass or the bottle. Very, very cool. Elevate your taste buds at Bin 39. With every sip, it's always an adventure. And remember, don't forget the line. If you want some wine, it's time. 904-827-5740.
I will say that is the most knowledgeable wine place.
It is really super cool and super chill. It's not like a scary moment because a lot of people are like, "Oh, pinky's up, it's fancy wine."
But if you have questions, they know all the. I mean, they are so well versed in it all over there.
Wine athletes, I love them. Yes. Oh man, we have to do this part of the show where we alienate everybody.
Oh, great!
It's Pete's horrible horoscopes. Jeez, here we go. Guys, play some music. Ugh. All right, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini.
I'm none of those.
I'm so sorry,
guys.
Are you? So sorry.
Aries. Okay, great. We got an Aries in
Here
the
we
house.
go. Sorry, Arian. Here we go. Aries. Aries, your fiery nature is about to be extinguished by a surprise sprinkler malfunction at your home or workplace. Your big project will be done, but only because your cat decides your keyboard is the perfect place for a nap. Avoid mirrors today. Your hair has other plans. Not too bad.
Okay.
Not too bad. It was okay. It's a little bit odd.
So if you don't have sprinklers or cat, you should be fine.
Yeah, you should be good. Yeah.
And just put a hat on it.
Or sage. Sage your body.
Yeah.
Next up, Taurus. Your stubbornness, is legendary. We know that. But you can't even resist the allure of the leftover pizza in the fridge. Little did you know, it's been there since last month. Enjoy the surprise flavor, baby. An impromptu trip to the pharmacy. Your lucky color is mold green.
Also, clean your refrigerator.
I know. Why are you keeping pizza for a month? What are you doing?
And you didn't know?
What are you doing with your life?
What is your
right? Clean it up, Taurus.
I have some questions.
Yeah, me too. Sus is what the kids would say, right? Yeah.
That's what the kids would say.
Gemini, your dual nature will have you talking to yourself more than usual. People might start to wonder if you're hosting a one-person radio show. Your spontaneous idea to dye your hair ends in a color that may be described as radioactive swamp. Swamp life, that's a thing. Avoid public outings and mirrors. Again, with the mirrors.
So it's not going to be a good look day for most of the
for a lot of you
people.
people out there, just stay inside.
Just
Enjoy the air conditioner. Or a trash
go with
bag.
a hat.
Yeah, or a paper bag.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to lift you up here. I'm going to fix the show. Here we go. Okay. We got 10 more people that just signed up and they're watching. So we have Team Hardwick on Tuesday, July 30th, making a big announcement.
Yay.
There's a meet and greet and eat with a special guest. Of course, we love him, Rob Hardwick. Sheriff Rob Hardwick's law enforcement career expands 30 years. He was first elected as St. Johns County Sheriff in 2020. We know that. Previously served as St. Augustine Beach Chief of Police. Prior to that, he served as the 7th Judicial Circuit Attorney's Office. Jeez, this resume is like a laundry list over here. But he could never be anywhere without his wife, Kendall, who honestly is the saint of St. Augustine. I love her so much. For 32 years, they've been together. Amazing. So meet and greet the Hardwicks, and eat, Yamo Italian street food will be there. Also, Hippie Chicks frozen treats. There's a Dorami and Rivertown Rentals. So this is happening at 332 Rambling Water Run from 6 to 8 p.m. This is happening July 30th. Very exciting evening with Sheriff Rob.
And he's
Hardwick.
a great guy. If you haven't met him,
he comes on the show. Actually, he'll be on the show this Friday. And we always have shenanigans. It's always one of our best shows.
Fantastic human being.
Oh, best human being. Hey, talking about great human beings, as a part of Third Space Improv's new Yes and... That's sponsored by Ariana Grande series. They welcome Sip and Sew with Heather. Okay. Enjoy a relaxing Sunday fun day with a glass of champagne among new friends or old while creating your own donuts out of felt. Okay, so don't eat them.
Okay, so we're actually sewing.
You're actually sewing, yes. Right. Okay. Learn basic stitches. God, I need this class. And techniques while crafting your own plushie. Snack, stitch, and sip, a perfect way to start a Sunday. The instructor, Heather, is a Flagler College graduate who teaches at St. Johns County School District. Oh, do we know her?
Wait, is this Heather my children?
Yes.
Because my child has made a felt donut.
Oh my God, this is Heather Aggie, yes. That is amazing. All right.
Not that she's my Heather, but
you see how St. Augustine, everybody's connected. Exactly. I love that. Well, she's become known for her felt creations.
Yes, we have two felt donuts.
I love this. I love this. So last fall, Heather and her class created an entire Thanksgiving meal out of felt. Were you guys a part of that too?
No, they didn't make the Thanksgiving meal.
Oh, they didn't make the cut. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Workshop
Our
free.
sewing skills are still in the infancy stages.
Workshop fee is $44 with champagne or mimosa, $39 with a non-alcoholic beverage. No worries. Registration includes supplies for 2 donuts, a video, a glass of mimosa, and a snack, of course. For more information about Third Space Improv's Yes and series, check them out. We love them so much over there at Third Space Improv.
That's really fun. We should go do that.
That sounds really fun.
That.
Yes. And it's at the window of time in which I'm actually a human being, so I can do that.
Okay,
yes.
perfect.
Hey, I got to talk about Old Coast Pickleball for organizing an exciting MLP-style pickleball fundraiser for Betty Griffin Center.
Oh, okay.
This is happening Thursday, July 25th from 6 till 10 p.m. Designed for players rated 4.5 and above. No idea what that means. This event invites you to form a team. I must be very advanced, right? Form a team and enjoy a night of competitive play, camaraderie, and fun. Proceeds will support the center's mission to aid victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. Check this out. I'll put link in comments because it's super long. And you can sign up. If you're a pickleball player, why not? Thursday, July 25th, 6 to 10 p.m. MLP format, $50 per player. Teams of 4. Let's go, Old Coast Pickleball. Register today.
Perfect. Pickleball.
And you got to run, don't walk to our new buddies over at Magnolia Family Dentistry. They're amazing. They're growing. They have full-time positions available for dental assistant as well as dental hygienist. They're changing the dentist game in St. Augustine. Led by the dynamic, bright, and lovely Dr. Paola Rodriguez, Magnolia Family Dentistry isn't just about clean teeth. It's about clean and extraordinary experience. From the moment you step through their doors, you'll be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that provides your comfort and well-being. Check them out today. We love them over at Magnolia Family Dentistry. They are definitely redefining dental excellence one smile at a time.
I am literally looking them up as you speak.
They're amazing. I
have to get a new dentist. So
she came on the show and she talked all about like the different nuances of dental practice, like how to, like, there's a lot of talk about fluoride. Right. And taking the fluoride regimen out of it. She actually was, while she was in dental school, she got very sick from the metal fillings.
Oh, wow.
That were in the air when they were removing them. And so then she realized that she has to elevate her practice to making sure that toxic things aren't going into people's bodies. I love this human being. She's a champion out there. She is awesome. Pioneering something for our community. So yeah, check them out. Magnolia Family Dentistry.
Definitely.
Love them.
Where are they located?
They are located at 108 Whitehall Drive in St. Augustine in the 32086 area code.
Okay,
so
cool.
Your people.
I have to find a new dentist, so Magnolia, I'm coming
All
for
right,
you.
knock on that door, boo. And you and I are going to step behind the velvet rope into the heart of a plush romance at Chez L'Amour.
Ah, the new place.
Yes.
I like it.
St. Augustine's premier jazz venue, Tapas Lounge, and special event space. Treat yourself to an unforgettable evening where Chef Ellie Rose artisanal tapas dazzle your taste buds, or Chef Austin's crafts fresh, vibrant, and exclusive sushi experience to elevate your palate. Sip on fabulous drinks while live jazz fills the air, creating the perfect date night ambience. Honestly, we don't have sexy lighting in town anywhere. You need beautiful plush moment. A little austere lighting goes a long way. I'm telling you right now.
We all want to look like Sybil Shepherd in Moonlighting.
That's what I'm saying. Smooth operator. Is too much to ask? Sybil, really? All right, specializing in private dining.
She looked great in that show.
She did look great. I'll give it to her.
I grew up on that show and it was amazing. Bruce Willis.
You could have been worse. You could have said Kidman, and I'm like, what are we gonna do? Whisper all evening? Jeez. So located in St. Augustine's vibrant uptown scene, 45 San Marco. Check this out. Hey, I got to tell you too. While you were out of town, bougie. I'm just jealous because I don't have a vacation, but it's coming up in December.
Yeah, you're gonna have an amazing vacation.
They have a sushi artsy night, and you and Brian need to look at this for date night.
I'm literally looking at it. It's naked sushi.
I'm going. You got to go.
I don't understand.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Do I have to be naked to eat the sushi? Who's
Everybody
naked?
gets so nervous about the word naked. Calm down. It is all
sushi naked. Who is?
Yes. Think about sushi, sashimi. It's all naked. You don't have any extra preservatives. You're not going over the. You're not putting a shoe around it. I don't know. That was a stupid analogy.
A boat,
right?
Perhaps.
It's a Midsummer Night's Dream theme that night.
Okay.
So it'll be very I'm envisioning Puck, as with the
dancing around,
right? And there's vines and leaves, and yes, the sushi will be displayed in a very artsy way, but it's not like you're thinking like this is like the back room at the Blockbuster. No. This is done very tastefully, very tastefully.
I believe it was West Coast Video that had that back room. Okay,
the beaded curtain. I know. I'm like, Dad, why are you going back there? Right after church. Interesting. But yeah, check them out. BitesBubblesAndJazz.com. This is going to be a banger. July 25th. Check this out. I don't go out often, but I'm going to this. 904-481-8117. Get your reservations.
It does.
in.
Now that I'm looking at it, it actually looks pretty cool.
It's very, very cool. They used to do it at Kingfish back when Chef Austin was there.
Okay.
Years and years ago. And now he's over at Chez L'Amour, starting his really great new palette over there. So I'm really excited to see how his adventures have changed the sushi industry, because he's definitely an artist.
Brian loves sushi. So
yeah, let's ramble. Let's go.
Might be right up his alley.
I got a great group of people going too, so we'll all get along, I think.
I think.
But what I don't have to think, and a place that we love very, very much, is Panache.
Oh, I love that place.
I know. The happy 37th birthday to Panache.
I can't believe it. Did you see my husband got a free haircut, everyone?
So he was the 37th customer that day. I've been telling you guys this. They do this all the time for their anniversary. Yeah, and he was the 30th. He got a free haircut.
I was dying laughing because he had no idea what was going on. And he's like, wait, what do I? What?
And they were like, surprised you won.
You're 37, you won. And he was like, okay, what happens? What do I do?
Typical boy. Otherwise, we would be like jumping up and down so excited, right? Jeez. Well, every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is they're carefully chosen in how they train staff. They're to exceed your expectations. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
It's a great place.
It is a great place.
Did I ever tell you that I used to work there 1,000,000 years ago?
Really? You don't tell me everything.
It's
wonderful. Wow. Been fired 1,100 times.
I worked at Panache in their front for a little while when it was over in downtown.
Oh.
Yeah. Like 1,000,000 years ago.
Well, in honor of Arian today, we have our funny segment.
In honor of Arian.
Yes,
Perfect.
because this is when Times adults turned innocent kids' coloring books into funny and inappropriate ones.
Oh, perfect.
Isn't that fun?
Sounds great.
Arian did not design this, everyone. I would like to say this now.
But he could have.
He could have. This is the royal garden on this first one. The royal garden of Aurora's first place to bury the evidence.
Oh, yeah.
You see how the skeletons,
with the roses and the blood. Okay, I got you.
Next up, who doesn't love some good old classic fart humor to brighten their day? There's Cinderella.
Okay, here's what's really bad about me. I thought that was an ice cream cone.
Yeah. That's the reason why that dress is blue. Next up, Goldilocks done broke into the wrong house. Ooh, she's eating looking very Nickelodeon. However, the shading on that eye contrast, I'm with it. Next up, my daughter colored a slutty goat.
Okay.
That's cute, right?
I like the heels on the
I love the heels. Very Tiffany and Company color. And then I Heart Dad on the shoulder there.
Oh, well, you know.
Next up, Just Keep Destroying. This is from, what was the movie?
Finding Nemo.
That's right.
Dory.
That's Dory.
Yeah.
Evil Dory.
Oh, my goodness. These are children drew this?
Next up, no, these are adults.
Oh, thank goodness.
The coloring book for the Golden Girls and why it has such full potential.
Blanche.
Oh, Blanche. Next up, we got Dumbo with the Saul character, kind of dark and ominous.
Gracious.
Ominous.
These are a little bit horrifying.
I love them. This is my kind of art. Thank you for belittling me. Appreciate that.
Sorry.
Next up, here's one for you. Very kosher. Yoshi and Birdo are very friendly here in colonial
they're
gear.
Like pirates or whatever.
Yeah, but she's a little goth, I feel.
Yeah.
She's got the interesting hot topic.
Pirate
Must have been on the Clarence Rock. Next up, even Eeyore can be silly here for OnlyFans.
Oh, is he taking a video kind of thing?
Yeah, standing on his head.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure the tail is okay.
Interesting.
Next and last is Karen Kong, the jungle of Target. There she is.
I don't like that one. That's upsetting. I don't like that. That's going to give me nightmares.
That funny segment failed miserably. Thank you so much. But thank you guys for tuning in today. We so appreciate you. Pete will be back in studio tomorrow. So excited for that. Kate, thank you so much for joining us.
Just like me. No, he doesn't look anything like me.
It's always an honor and a pleasure when you're co-hosting with me. So thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
You.
I always love being here.
Thanks to the guys in the booth for pushing all the buttons and making the magic happen. I will see you tomorrow, baby. Bye, everybody.